welcome in, everybody. Glad you're with us. MLB The Show has action out of the NL Central. It's the Chicago Cubs taking on the St. Louis Cardinals. All right, we'll be back to get this one started after this. Just about ready to roll here. And on the mound today, Tank Hence. And Singy, we were talking earlier about how he's doing a great job navigating through tough spots.
Well, you can see his whip is a little above the league average. Not bad, but I think in this one, he's going to need to control that a little bit better. Try to limit hitters from getting on base. Stay in that windup instead of the stretch. And when he does allow base runners, be able to throw a pitch. He's going to get a swing and miss, get out of the inning so that a base hit doesn't do more damage and put his team behind the 8 ball.
Trey Turner, the leadoff batter, as he looks at ball 1. The shortstop takes the ball.
2-0.
And foul ball. Swing and a line drive. That's a base hit into center field. So a runner aboard to start the inning.
Just so sound in his mechanics. Hits against a firm front side, and the hands just continue to carry through the middle of the field.
Here's Riley Green. 1 for 4 with a double in yesterday's game. That one way outside. 1-0. Runner on the move. Next offering is fouled back. Turner on at first, nobody out. Runner goes again. Comebacker to the mound. Throws the can really slug. Lots of homers, lots of extra base hits. And Chris, that of course a huge part of success in the standings for this group.
Well, if you're going to be successful in today's game, you've got to be able to hit the ball over the fence. Just defensively, very hard to find the holes. And when you're talking about pitchers, coming out of the bullpen, throwing 95 and above, very difficult. It's hard to string together 2, 3, 4 hits to score those runs. So definitely critical to hit those homers, get the extra base knocks, and that's exactly what they've been doing.
Aaron Judge now in the box, comes up empty with a swing there. Power is such a big part of the success that we see with the good teams in the league right now and even in the postseason. And Judge spoils that one. Judge waits. That missed by a lot. And a count 1-2.
Rarely will you see a pitcher just to waste a pitch like that. The batter wasn't even tempted to swing. Every pitch needs to have a purpose so that it can set up a following pitch to help you get that out.
1 out and a runner at second. Swings and misses. Struck him out.
Now, it can be so tough as a hitter to pull yourself out of an extended slump, one that lasts for several games, even a week or more. Right now, he's really in one, so I'm sure his mind is all over the place, racing, having a hard time sleeping, trying to figure out what can get him back on track, back to feeling more comfortable and settled in the
side. And it goes just foul. Runner at second, 2 down. Here in the finale of this 4-game set.
Ball.
In the dirt.
1 ball, 1 strike.
The 1-1 is fouled off. And he deals. Fights that one away. Still 1-2. Two outs and 1 in scoring position. Foul ball, still a 1-2 count.
Well, he's desperately looking for that swing and miss. He's going to have to just change speeds a little bit, try to move it around, create just a little bit of illusion at the end.
– That's way outside. And the count's even at 2. That's down and in. A slider missed.
That's a really good take right there. Slider down and in. Very difficult to get on the same plane and do anything with.
Man at second. Goes down looking. They get a leadoff single but leave him stranded. Now the Cardinals will see what they can do. There's no score. Back here in St. Louis and pitching here today, Shota Imanaga. What do you got on him, Chris?
Well, this guy's just been filthy out there on the mound. Hitters batting under 200 against him, and they're just having a hard time squaring up anything, doing any type of damage. The only way he hurts himself is if he gives up the free passes and surrenders a rare home run. But outside of that, it's going to be a tough job for the opposing lineup today.
Mason Wynn, the leadoff batter, as he looks at ball 1. That one missed.
That's a good pitch there. Really had some run and finished a little up and in just on the edge. And that's one of those, if you swing at it, you hit a broken bat as you jog back to the dugout.
In the air, fairly deep to right field. And it's caught for the out. Here's the Cardinals lineup now. Someone who makes things happen for them, in part with his legs, Victor Scott.
Big time speed here, Boog. A guy with just terrific wheels and an absolute nightmare for opposing pitchers when he's on base. I mean, players like this who have elite speed, it's like disruptive technology on the base paths. Man, can't wait to watch him run.
Swing and a ball drilled in the air towards right center field. Makes the catch, and there's 2 away. And now it's Ivan Herrera coming off a 4-hit effort in yesterday's game. First pitch misses. Two down, nobody on. And that is out of play. That's a ball. Tried to attack with the sweeper. 2 outs, base is empty. Next offering is fouled back. In the air out towards right center. Tucker should have it. Makes the grab, and that'll end the inning. End of 1, and we're still scoreless. And we're back. New inning getting started. And here's the first baseman, Vladimir Guerrero Jr. This guy who grew up in big league clubhouses. Got to be a nice feeling, Siggy, when your father played in the big leagues and he passes down all that wisdom. Just missed.
I can only imagine the comfort level of being in the ballpark for those kids who are fortunate enough to have a dad that played in the big leagues. Them being on the baseball field, for some it's pressure. For them, they feel that they are right at home.
And that's off the outside edge. And that's ball 2. That one down the line, and that's just foul. Fouls one off. 2-2. Stays alive. Another, and that's 3 straight strikeouts.
Well, one of the things that hitters will do is they'll look for that red dot on the baseball as it's coming in to let them know what the pitch is. And if they see the red dot, it's typically a slider. But when a guy's got a really tight one with high spin rates, very difficult to determine. And that's probably why we saw a swing and miss right there. Just a nasty pitch.
Luis Robert Jr. batting with 1 down, takes a strike. 1 out, base is empty. And the 0-2. That's down and in.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Next pitch, a slider that misses outside.
Well, I think he's trying to get a feel for where that one missed. I mean, it could have gone either way, but he looked a little shocked for a second there.
No score here in the second. And that's downstairs and outside.
He's really tightening up his hitting zone with 2 strikes here. I love it.
That's a good at bat right there. He was down early in that plate appearance. Works the walk.
That's a tough one to swallow right there. If you're on the mound, you're ahead in the count 0-2, and you just couldn't find a way to put him away. It's going to be frustrating if that one comes back to bite him.
Bo Bichette up to the dish. Swing and a pop-up. And there's 2 away.
That hanging breaking ball looks so juicy to the hitter, and nothing more frustrating when you miss that pitch and you pop out. He's going to have to think about that till his next at bat.
Colt Keith, the next Cub to hit.
It's been a tough stretch for him at the plate under the Mendoza line so far this month.
That's in there. That's strike one. Robert leads off first with 2 down to the inning. And that one missing low.
Great take right there. Showed some really good discipline. Breaking ball coming in. You see it well, but don't trust that it's going to hang on for a strike. Nice job.
Two outs. Swing and a miss as he was out front.
Clearly he was sitting on a fastball right there and just ended up out in front of the slider. Hey, you can't fault him for his commitment. Now he's just going to have to battle with 2 strikes.
Started to go at the 1-2. A check on it to third. Nope, he held back. 2 gone, but the go-ahead run is at first. Here at the top of the second. Fouls it back with 2 strikes. On the ground right side, and that chance handled. Throws to first. That ends the frame. 1 left for the Cubs. We'll go to the bottom of the second. No score. Back in St. Louis as the Cardinals come up to hit here in the last of the second. We head to the bottom of the second. Here's the left fielder, Alec Burleson. Shota back to work. In the air, left field. Green going after it. Reaches for it, but it's foul. That one the other way, and that's a fair ball. Now he'll turn for second. The throw in, and he'll pull into second safely.
He needed that one. It's been a tough stretch at the plate lately. With a pitch away, that's exactly what you want to do with it. Drive it the other way. And right there, just barely able to keep it fair down the line for the double.
Here's Nolan Arenado. Good defender. He's been inconsistent offensively.
Well, the offense really struggled last night. I mean, it was awful. So I think picking up a run right here, that's going to get him going a little bit.
Man at second. Late swing fouled off. Fought off foul. Runner in scoring position, nobody out. Bottom half of inning number 2. Fouls it off, still 1-2. And that's down and away.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. Runner at second. Nobody out. Outside corner. Got him looking.
Well, it's just a great job of playing catch with the catcher. Exactly where the catcher set up is where he threw that pitch, and probably fooled the umpire a little bit because there was no budge at all.
So the go-ahead run in scoring position. Here's the Cardinal DH, Jordan Walker. Swings through that one. 0-1. Runner at second here, one gone. Making the calls behind the plate in this one is Woody Keller.
Yeah, and Woody does a pretty good job back there, Boog. He's got a pretty fair strike zone most of the time. Maybe some inconsistency here or there, but usually he's back there doing a solid job.
Tap dances out of the way of that one. High fly ball lifted in the air, right field. Drops into the glove. 2 down.
Batting seventh, first baseman, Lucan Baker.
And now the first baseman, Lucan Baker.
He's done a great job making contact recently. Currently owns a 7-game hitting streak.
Baker launched a homer in his most recent game. First pitch doesn't find the zone. Hit hard on the ground to short. Slings to first.
He's out.
Third out. The Cards leave one. We'll move to the third with no score. Welcome back and take a look at some hot hitting in this series as we check out the numbers. That misses. Ball one. Contreras goes 6'1", 32 years old, and they traded for him earlier this year. Chopped out in front of the plate. Tosses to first, and Contreras is retired. Here's Trey Turner. He's 1 for 1, led off the game with a single. Line drive, makes the grab, 2 down.
It's never fun going back to the dugout after hitting a line drive that finds a glove, but you will get some high fives. You know, when you make great contact, you feel like you've done everything right. But in this game of baseball, not everything is in your control.
Green takes slow second trip to the plate in this one.
No strikes.
And another ball. Two down, nobody on. Now 3-0. Aaron Judge waiting to hit for the Cubs. Top of the third, no score. Ball 4, tried another curve but couldn't locate it.
4 pitches. That's an easy walk, man. He could have walked me right there, Boog. The last one wasn't even close.
So a man at first. Aaron Judge, the next Cub to hit. 0 for 1. He struck out swinging last time. Judge with an uncharacteristic stretch of poor play lately. That's off the inside corner. And that is ball 1. Green off of first with 2 away. And misses inside.
Even superstars have their slumps from time to time, Boog, and he's no exception. He's too good to struggle much longer, though. I'd expect him to turn it around soon.
2 outs. That one misses, and that's ball 3. And Judge spoils that one. Runner on the go. Pitch in for a strike. Throw, save.
You know what? I like the aggressiveness right there. It looks like it's going to be tough to score in this one. Really good pitching so far. So why not try to put some pressure on him and see if you can steal the bag, get in the scoring position.
Runner at second, 2 down. We're here in the top half of inning number 3. Swing and a miss, and that is that. So it's no runs, no base hits, no errors, and 1 left on base. We move on to the bottom of inning number 3. No score. Back here at Busch Stadium, bottom of the inning. Now it's the second baseman, Michael Hellman. And there's a ball. The lefty, the 1-0. And that one fouled off. There's a strike. And the next pitch is way outside. That one ripped. This one could be trouble. Makes the turn and heads for second. And he starts the bottom of the third with a double.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. Solid swing from start to end. On time with everything. Really good balance. Nice extension. And he met it out front for the line drive knock.
Runner in scoring position, no outs. Victor Scott next up for the Cardinals.
Definitely scuffling at the dish lately. Only 2 hits over the last 5 games.
Trying to bunt his way on. Bichette to first, save. And runners at the corners after the infield single.
It doesn't surprise anyone when he gets on base by dropping down a bunt. I mean, this is just the latest example of him using his speed to his advantage and showing off his skills with the bat. That was very nice.
So the lineup flips over, and here's the St. Louis leadoff man, Mason Wynn. He's 0 for 1. In there for strike 1.
If you're going to be a championship type of ball club, you've got to hit with runners in scoring position. And after last night's struggles, I'm sure this team is chomping at the bit to have this kind of opportunity here early in this game.
Swing and a miss. And it's 0-2.
Well, in this situation with a runner on first, less than 2 outs, some say, hey, get the ground ball, double play with 2 strikes. Some people say get the strikeout. I think you just execute your pitch, make the best pitch you possibly can, and let the result be whatever it's going to be.
Check swing, appeal to first. No swing, just held it back there. Runners at the corners, nobody out. Here in the last half of the 3rd.
Ball.
This is a situation where the hitter is looking for something up in the zone that he can get his arms extended. What you have to be careful of is that pitch that's up, that's in on your hands. That'll pop you up in the infield, and that's exactly what the pitcher wants.
Lefty out of the stretch, runners at first and third. And it remains 2-2.
I think ultimately you want to tie him up, get the ball in on the plate so that he can't get the barrel to it and hit it to the outfield.
Look out. That fastball drilled him. He had 2 strikes on him, and he hit him. Bases loaded, nobody out. Digging in, Lars Nootbaar. And the first pitch misses for ball 1.
The opportunity for a huge inning exists right here. Bases loaded, nobody out. But as a hitter, can't be over anxious. That pitcher's up against the wall. Make him come to you.
The 1-0. And the sweeper misses.
Pressure's on right here. 2-0 count, bases loaded. You don't want to fall to a 3-ball count and then walk in a run. He's got to challenge the hitter right here.
Right through there for a strike.
You need a strikeout, and you need a ball perhaps on the ground for a double play, or get yourself a pop-up, something, but you got to make some pitches. But if he can battle and get through this, he can earn some points.
Next offering in there for a strike. And now 2-2. Bases juiced, no outs. Next offering upstairs.
In this situation, he's trying to get you to pop something up or jam you. It's a really good take, knowing you got an opportunity to drive in a run here.
High in the air, out to right. Tucker should have it. Squeezes it. Runners tag up from second and third. To the plate, save. And it's 1-0.
There you go. Nice little RBI there. It's a great at bat. Got the job done.
Now the catcher up to hit, Ivan Herrera.
I know we're still early in the stages of this game, but this at bat has the potential of being a difference maker. You've got to stay calm in the box.
First offering, and it just misses.
Yeah, he can move the ball around, add and subtract, get some weak contact at times. So you don't worry as much about him in this situation. Very capable of getting a ground ball and getting out of this little jam.
Runners are at the corners, 1 away. late with the swing there.
Big pitch right here.
One ball,
He's going to try to
2
make a
strikes.
pitch that's going to produce a strikeout or a ground ball double play.
And downstairs.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
That one
No.
just misses. 3 balls, 2 strikes.
count.
So here we go. Base runner at first, could be running on the pitch. He's got good enough speed to steal the bag to get in scoring position, even if it's a swing and miss at the plate.
First and third, 1 down. Swings through it, and that's a strikeout. Alec Burleson, next up for the Cardinals. Doubled his first time. Swing and a high fly ball out there towards left field. Green makes the grab, and that will end the inning. 2 men left stranded, but they do push across 1. 3 innings complete. It's the Cardinals 1 and the Cubs nothing. Welcome back. Let's take a look at how the series has played out so far. Check swing to the first pitch. Look down to third. He did not go around. Now a screamer into the outfield. Scott makes the grab. And there's 1 down.
Not fooled at all right there. He was clearly all over it, but sometimes you hit it too hard and right at someone. You're looking for one of those bloop hits to get a knock sometimes.
I love the fact that we've seen both Vladimir Guerrero and Vladdy Jr. win the home run derby. They're the first father-son duo to ever win it. Vladdy back in 2007 and Vladdy Jr. in 2023. Even though his dad didn't give him any advice for the event other than to go out there and hit home runs.
Just missed.
Well, usually a high level of confidence when you're facing a young pitcher out there on the mound. In this situation, ahead 2-0, he's put himself in a really good spot.
Oh, he doesn't get the call. And it's 3-0.
Good spot there, but didn't get the strike at the knees and doesn't seem too convinced by the call out there on the mound as he tries to get a better sense of the umpire's strike zone.
The Redbirds up by a run. Top half of inning number 4. Swing, and this one's bounced on the ground. Slings it across, and Guerrero is set down.
Now batting, designated hitter, Luis Robert Jr.
And now it's Luis Robert. He reached on a walk his first time. In the dirt, ball 1.
1 ball, no strikes.
There's a strike. Swing and a drive, deep right field. That one carrying. Gone. He nails one out to right. Home run number 20 on the year, and this game is tied. It's 1-1.
This game is breathing new life thanks to that home run, and that's exactly what they needed. When you see a guy take a slider on the outside part of the plate and hit an opposite field home run, fires you up because not only is he flexing the muscles to show the pop, that kind of approach, you'll hit for a high average as well.
Bo Bichette gets a chance to hit. He popped out his first time. Up the middle. Dives, and he can't hang on. The throw won't get there in time, and they don't get an out on the play. Go-ahead run on base. Colt Keith, the next Cub to hit. Grounded out his first time. The other way, and foul ball. Up and in, look out.
Straighten him up a little bit.
Bichette off of first with 2 away. Swings and lines a base hit into left field. Throw stops the lead runner at second. 2 on and 2 out.
Stringing them together, that's 3 hits in a row. Anytime you rip a line drive the other way, you feel really good about what you did at the plate. You trusted your hands, you let the ball travel, and you took the barrel straight to it. That's great work right there.
First and second, 2 outs. And now the catcher comes up to hit. Wilson Contreras.
He's been really clutch with runners in scoring position this season, so they'll have to be extra careful in this matchup.
And that's outside. And that's ball 1.
Well, he's just given up 3 straight hits, and now behind in this count to this hitter. Might be a good time for somebody to call a timeout. Maybe the pitching coach go out there and talk to him just a little bit.
2 outs. Couple of base runners at first and second. Late swing, fouled off. That's a base hit around third. Here comes the throw. It's offline, and he scores. They take the lead. It's 2-1.
That's 3 singles in a row. Just a cookie down the middle. I mean, those are the ones you dream about. The ones in the cage, you're just hoping you get in the ball game. Right down the middle, not a whole lot of velocity, right on top of it.
Trey Turner with a chance now. 1 for 2. Hammers that one deep left field and forget it. He circles the bases. Second home run of the inning for him. And they tack on to their lead. It's 5-1. He only needed 1 swing to square it up.
Not wasting any time in that at bat, Boog. Aggressive, and it paid off. A good hitter gets pitch recognition early. He saw exactly where that was going to be. The challenge, not get over anxious and come out of your swing. He stayed on it and got all of it.
Here comes the manager out of the dugout, and he'll make a move for the bullpen. Tank Hentz departs, and this is one he'd like to forget. Back with a new arm after this. A new pitcher in the game, Miles Michaelis.
And this could be a tough first test for him right here. His numbers against lefties aren't great this season.
Riley Green, the next Cub to hit. That one
Ball
outside. 1-0. There's a strike. 95 of that one. And he pumps it a strike. And a curve misses outside, and it's 2-2. Cut on and missed, and it's a strikeout, and that is the inning. But 2 round trippers in this inning. The long ball was working. It's now a 5-1 ball game. Back at the ballpark, and in this series it has been lights out on the mound as we take a check of the numbers. Pitch is in for a strike. It's 0-1.
He's pitching well, but not throwing a ton of first pitch strikes. Usually doesn't work out for success, but you can never predict baseball.
Puts it in the air out towards left center. Green snags it, and a quick out, number 1. And next is the designated hitter, Jordan Walker. Flied to right his first time. Swinging a foul out of play. The Cubs leading by 4. We're here in the bottom of the 4th. Next offering is in for a strike. That's a ball.
1-2.
Tried the sweeper. Got him looking, and he didn't like the call.
Well, definitely a borderline pitch right there, and he didn't look too convinced as he headed back to the dugout. You know, those are tough ones to let go as a hitter, but with a human umpire calling balls and strikes, it's always going to be on you to protect yourself with 2 strikes.
2 outs, base is empty. Now a chance for Lucan Baker. Grounded out his first time up. In there at the knees for a strike. And that misses. And the count is 1-1. Two down, nobody on. Swing and a miss. And the count is 1-2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
That one missing inside. Pitch misses there, and it's 3-2.
Well, I think the key, I mean, if he can get through one more inning, anything after that, a hitter or two is bonus, but they should be lined up good enough to get to the finish line.
And it's fouled off. They'll do it again.
Really great change of speeds. He goes off the off speed to the fastball, and the hitter doesn't know what's coming next.
Ninth pitch of the at-bat due next. Two outs. Hit in the air, left field. Green under it. Corrals it. And the inning is over. Welcome back as we take a check of the current standings.
Aaron Judge.
And a strike in there.
You know, these Cubs putting together some really good at-bats in this game. There's been a lot to like with how they're approaching their chances at the plate. It looked to me like they really wanted to get to the starter early, get him out of the game before he settles in. So I'd say mission accomplished.
That one's upstairs, ball one.
Now batting, right fielder Kyle Tucker.
Man at first. Here's Kyle Tucker. 0 for 2 in this one. Swing and a ball hammered left field. Back there. Get out of town. His 150th career homer. And they add a couple more. It's 7-1.
I wasn't sure he hit that one as hard as he needed to get it out of here, but it had just enough behind it for the homer. What an attempt at the wall, though. He really gave a terrific effort to try and bring that one back.
Here's Vladimir Guerrero Jr. And it's fouled away. Nobody on, nobody out. A pair of runs across in the inning, and we're at the top of the fifth. That one fouled hard the other way. Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout.
And he'll be beating himself up on the way back to the dugout. Got a pitch to hit and just couldn't get to it. I think that slider really caught way more of the plate than it was supposed to.
That one pushed foul. Still only one out here in the inning. Fouled off left side. One down, base is empty.
Ball.
His understanding of the strike zone, very impressive. That was a very close 0-2 fastball. I just don't know how you take that.
Ground ball left side. Got him on the off balance throw. And they take care of Robert for the out. Two down, base is empty. Next to hit, Bo Bichette. First pitch, and he just misses. Ripped to third, but handled, and that'll end the inning. Cubs add 2 on this homer. It's 7-1. You're watching Major League Baseball on the show. Welcome back. Let's check out what's been happening of late. Really been struggling. Shota back to work. That one misses, and it's 1-0.
Well, every pitcher wants run support, and having a lead is nice, but it can be challenging for some pitchers. I think keeping the mindset to attack instead of trying to be too fine and have too much finesse. Go after hitters and get quick outs.
Fastball for a strike. Out towards left center. Judge getting an angle on it. Hauls it in for the out. So digging in, Victor Scott. He's one of the faster guys just by pure sprint speed in the majors. There's a strike.
He's gotten into a really good rhythm, set down 7 in a row. He just wants to get the baseball and deliver it as quickly as possible. Keep the momentum going.
Next offering upstairs. The 1-1 is fouled off. Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout.
He came out of his mechanics there. Typically likes to shoot the ball the other way, but that time a little anxious.
So the batting order turns over. Mason Wynn next up for the Cardinals. Fastball is outside.
I can't play around with him here. It's a 6-run lead at this point. Got to attack hitters even if you give up a solo shot.
That's outside. 2-0. 2 down, nobody on. Last half of inning number 5. That's off the mark. Ball 3.
3 balls, no strikes.
Swing and a high fly ball left field. Brings it in for the 3rd out. Top of the 6th inning. So up now for Chicago, Colt Keith. Michaelis, a 6'4" righty, 230 pounds, and he was drafted in the 7th round back in 2009. That one finds the zone, and it's 0-1. And a pop-up, right side, foul territory. Has room, and he makes the catch.
Now batting, catcher, Wilson Contreras.
Here comes Wilson Contreras. Pitch is in there, and that's strike 1. Base is empty, 1 away, and we're in the top half of the 6th. One down, base is empty.
Ball.
Pretty standard high 0-2 fastball right there. If you're smart, you'll look for something down in the zone, but not too far. Don't want to chase that breaking ball in the dirt.
Outside low, 2-2.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
And that one in the air center field. Scott under it. Puts it away for the out.
Now batting, shortstop, Trey Turner.
Back to the top of the lineup. Here's Turner now. He's already homered in this game. That one's in there. That's strike 1. The shortstop takes the ball. Comes up empty. That's strike 2.
Good late movement on that sinker right there. It's right where you want to get it to get that swing over the top.
Two down, nobody on. So Trey goes down on strikes. 3 up, 3 down for him there. 2, 3, 4 due up in the home half of the 6th. It's the Cubs 7 and the Cardinals 1. And welcome back to the ballpark. Bottom of the 6th. Now up for St. Louis, Lars Nootbaar. He swings and fouls one off. There's a strike. Got him swinging.
Really love the pitch sequence right there. I'm telling you what, pitcher and catcher are on the same page right now.
Ivan Herrera will hit next. That one finds the zone. 0-1. The Cubbies up big in this one here in the bottom of the 6th. And that is cut on and missed. And the count is 0-2. Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row. 2 outs, base is empty. And here is Alec Burleson. That catches the top part of the zone. Strike 1.
Hey, 7 straight strikes to start the frame. He's got a chance at an immaculate inning.
Two outs. That's a little bit low.
Got close to the immaculate inning, and he just couldn't find the zone right there. When you think about it, 9 straight strikes, so tough to do.
Inside corner, and that's called a strike.
Now, this manager knows that his players are just trying to do too much. Everybody needs to just take a deep breath, relax, and let it naturally happen.
Fights that one away, still 1-2. And that's too high.
2-2.
The 2-2. Right side. And that one handled. 3 up, 3 down, inning over. So no runs, no hits, no errors, and no one left. 7th inning coming up. It's the Cubs 7 and the Cardinals 1. So they turn to the lefty in this spot, Zach Thompson.
And with the big deficit on the scoreboard, he almost has to just put that out of his mind. Every outing matters for relievers and their numbers, but I think it's tough to get up for this type of appearance the same way you would for one in a close game.
Now here is Riley Green. In the air, right field. And that's a fair ball.
Up next for the Cubs, center fielder Aaron
Man at
Judge.
first, nobody out. Next to hit, Aaron Judge. 1 for 3. Swing and a miss. Strike one. Movement in the bullpen for the Cardinals. Kyle Leahy, the young right-hander, up and throwing. King, a left-hander, also throwing. Nobody out. Runner at first. Swing and a miss as he was late that time.
Oh, no fair right there. I mean, that slider didn't move till the very last moment. Incredibly difficult to pick that up. Just kind of have to tip your cap on that pitch.
And ball one. Judge rips that one. One hops off the wall. Should be extra bases. Coming home. He'll score easily.
Back-to-back base hits. I love the approach he had right there with that pitch. Not trying to do too much, but still looking to drive it, and that's exactly what he's able to do into the opposite field gap for the double.
So, man aboard, Kyle Tucker now at the plate. He's already homered here in this one. There's the strike. This one popped up. Foul ground, first base side. And there's one away.
Up next for the Cubs, first baseman Vladimir Guerrero Jr.
Vladimir Guerrero Jr. now 0 for 3 in this one. Singy, he's a guy that covers both sides of the plate about as well as anyone in the sport. How difficult is that to do?
Well, just look at the back of my bubblegum card. You'll see how hard it is. These guys are great, man. They have the ability to look out there, but also to be able to turn on the inside pitch. Those that can really sharpen things on the outer half, those are the ones that become elite.
Well, a well-thrown slider like that one can be tough to get in the air. Good downward break on that one.
So here's Robert now.
And this is a big opportunity for him to pick up his teammate right here.
Fastball for a strike. Foul ball there. Two outs and a runner at third. Here in the top half of inning number 7. And a foul ball, he stays alive. Two outs. Gets a piece and stays alive.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
And takes low for ball one. Runner at third, 2 away. He goes down looking. So they pick up a run on 2 hits, no errors, and a man left. 7th inning stretch time. It's the Cubs 8 and the Cardinals 1. This one isn't exactly close, Chris. Let's go off script for a moment.
I'm game.
Were we on script?
Never.
All right, Singy, you've tightened up the hairdo, but back when you played, how valuable was it to have a barber in the clubhouse?
Well, Boog, I'm going to say invaluable. That's how valuable that it was because I was the barber. Yes, I was the team barber, man. I'd be cutting hair 7:05 game. I'd be finishing cutting someone's hair at 6:45.
Whoa.
And I'd ask these guys, you're making millions of dollars. Why can't you go to a stylist and get your hair done? You're coming to the clubhouse pressuring me to cut your hair before a game.
That misses. Ball and a strike to Arenado. Would they pay you?
No, absolutely not. Not even a meal on the road. So I think it's great now that most of these teams have professional barbers that come in and make them look fresh before the games.
Next offering is in for a strike. Scale of 1 to 10. How good a barber were you?
For a non-professional, I'd say I was probably a 7. But if I was comparing to professionals, I'd be like a 3.
Foul ball, still a 1-2 count.
I'll never forget the time that I cut Jose Canseco's hair. He had a pretty big melon, Boog. And
big dome?
It took a while.
Yeah.
There's a little pressure there, too, because he had a big date that night, and he wanted me to make sure that everything looked good.
Wow.
Yeah. He's a big guy, too. I didn't want him to hurt me.
Yeah, he's large. Green makes the catch, and there's one gone.
Man, that's one of those at-bats where you have to remind yourself it's about the process. He did everything right there. Nothing to show for it. But in your mind, you have to convince yourself that it was a very good at-bat.
The Cardinals with a lot of ground to make up here at the bottom of the 7th. And delivers outside.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Cold strike 3 on the fastball, and that ran back over the inner half.
No, just a beautiful fastball on the inside corner for that backwards K right there. I think the hitter saw it all the way coming from that opposite arm angle, so I got to think he was looking away and just got locked up by the hard stuff boring in on his hands.
Luken Baker next up for the Cardinals.
Well, just about to hit that century mark, 100 pitches for this game.
And a fastball in there for a strike at 91. Two down, nobody on.
2. 0-2.
Swing and a miss, struck him out. And a nice inning of work there as he sets him down 1-2-3. Redbirds down quietly. It's still an 8-1 ball game. Back here in St. Louis, and here is Bo Bichette. Thompson back to work. Close, but called a ball. And that is ball 1. Line drive. That's a base hit out into left center field. Man aboard on the leadoff single.
Multi-hit game for him now, and with the lack of results he's been having lately, I'm sure he's feeling some relief. Off the bat, it was headed for the gap all the way, and as a hitter, you love seeing those as you take your first couple of steps out of the box. You know you've got some real estate to run on, and such a good feeling. Nice liner into the gap right there.
Yeah, the batter now, Colt Keith. Runner at first with no outs here. Right through there for a strike. And
Ball
1-2.
1-2.
That one missed. Lined into right. Newtball makes the play, and there's one down. Wilson Contreras now up to the plate. Inside. No. And that's ball one. Ripped, but it curls foul. Next offering is downstairs. Bichette leads off first with one away. On a line out towards center. And that's a base hit. Quick throw back in. Lead runner holds at second with one gone.
Next to the Cubs, shortstop Trey Turner.
Trey Turner at the plate. And there's a breaking ball that drops in there. One out. Runners at first and second. Pulls that one foul. And there's a ball. Two on, one out. Fouls it off, still 1-2. Fouls that off to the left, and we'll do it again. That's inside. Runners at first and second with one gone, and we're in the top of the eighth. Flails at that one. It's a strikeout.
Bogey just ran out of patience there. He took a couple of pitches to even that count up at 2 balls and 2 strikes, but that time chased outside the zone.
Green in the box now. No balls and a strike. And a foul ball. First and second, 2 down. Next pitch is outside. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And he's registered 3 Ks in this one.
A couple of strikeouts with runners on. Sometimes you got to really bear down, and he did just that. Nice job of getting out of the jam and out of the inning.
Welcome back as we take a look at how today's starting pitchers have fared so far. And the first offering a fastball for a strike. Shota still out there to pitch the 8th and working with a big lead.
He's been excellent, really on his game in this one, and at this point he wants to finish what he started.
Fastball is outside. Is there a debate to be had about shutting him down, maybe to preserve some bullets given the score?
Absolutely. When you consider over the course of a long season, guys putting a lot of stress on that elbow, on that shoulder, but you also have to pry the ball out of a hand of a guy like this because he's so competitive.
Swings through that one. It's a strikeout. Stepping in, Victor Scott. And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike. Base is empty, 1 away. Here, the bottom half of the 8th inning. Swing and a foul back. That's out of play. Spoils a 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. Popped up, foul territory behind the plate. Great catch, foul ground up against the wall.
Up next for the Cardinals, the shortstop, Mason.
2 down, base is empty. Mason Wynn getting ready to hit. Inside corner for a strike. 0-1.
I really like how he's been attacking hitters early in at bats. He's thrown strikes on the first pitch to over 70% of the guys he's faced in this one.
And the 0-1. The shortstop takes the ball. The 1-1 is fouled off. Swing and a chopper out to short. Turner with the throw to first. St. Louis goes down in order. Welcome back, and here comes the closer, Ryan Helsley.
And he's coming in to pitch on 4 days rest right here. And that might not be a factor at all in terms of being rusty, but he should definitely be well rested.
Here is Aaron Judge.
With this kind of lead, he can swing freely, try to hit the ball out of the park, do what he loves to do.
That's down and in.
Well, triple digits on the gun. I know there are more pitchers that can reach that now than in the past, but it's still impressive to watch.
Outside low. Yeah, that's ball 2.
2-0 to count.
And he blows that one by him at 100.
He got away with one there, but he knows he can't go into that spot very often against a guy like this.
Very high with that one. 3-1. Fastball for a strike.
Well, it looks like he's wanting to work the upper part of the strike zone. What does that mean? Top hand better be working for the hitters. Adjust that side a little bit. Give yourself a chance to hit.
That one misses. So a leadoff walk.
His ability to draw walks has been something that's been part of his career since day one.
And next for the Cubs, Kyle Tucker. That one in triple digits.
There was a high velocity fastball in the zone. I think a little frustration from walking the previous hitter. He's got good stuff. Pitch inside the zone and trust it.
Misses off the plate. And it's a ball and a strike.
Oh, he's really working him away this at bat. Sometimes take a little bit off velocity. Try to get a rollover, something on the ground. Stay away from that big hole on the right side of the infield.
Judge aboard here at first with nobody out. Swung on, belted. Raging back towards the wall. And it hits the fence. And he's got a double.
These guys today are so great with handling velocity. They're seeing high speeds day after day, and a nice job of turning that one around.
So up next, Vladimir Guerrero Jr. 0 for 4, 2 strikeouts, and 2 groundouts. And a strike right through there. That one in triple digits. Two in scoring position, nobody out here at the top of the ninth. And that one fouled off. Foul ball. It stays 0-2.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
To the right side, and that chance handled in plenty of time to first, and Guerrero is set down.
Well, you're definitely looking to do more with that opportunity at the plate. Two runners in scoring position, but at least he puts the ball in play. They bring across one run, still one out there to pick up.
Luis Robert Jr., the next Cub to hit.
This is all about situational hitting. It's crucial in this spot. Do whatever it takes to put the ball in play, and hopefully you find a gap in the defense.
That one's in there, 0-1.
0-1.
One away with a runner at third. And the 0-1. Ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. Runner in from third to extend their lead. It's an RBI single, and they now lead by 9.
Now batting, second baseman, Bo Bichette.
So digging in, Bo Bichette. First pitch just misses. Helsley, an all-star a season ago. He features a four-seam fastball, a slider, and he occasionally uses a curve. And that one wrapped foul. Swing and a miss as he was late.
Well, the hitter shows the pitcher that he's willing to go after that pitch down in the zone. So perhaps he'll come back to it. Still try to get that ground ball double play.
Man at first, one away. Swing and a miss, and he got him. 2 out.
Well, that's always the key to effective pitching, is getting ahead in the count. And as a pitcher, it really allows you to start expanding the zone. Hitters become defensive, and all of a sudden that plate starts to get really wide. And what happens is, because of the pressure, you end up committing to a pitch as a batter before you recognize what it is, and that's what leads to the strikeout.
On the ground, right side, and it goes just foul. High fly ball, and that one curling foul down the right side. Way inside, gets out of the way. In the dirt, blocked. Swings and misses. Couldn't catch up to the heater. So it's 2 runs on 2 hits, no errors, and a runner left. 2-3-4 set to hit in the bottom of the 9th. It's the Cubbies 10 and the Cardinals 1. And we're back. So bottom of the 9th. Now on the bump, Tanner Dodson.
This guy's a strike thrower. He's done an excellent job of avoiding walks so far this season.
That's in there. That's strike 1. Slashes this one, and it could be trouble. Around first, heading for 2. And he greets the new arm from the bullpen with a double. Ivan Herrera next up for the Cardinals. 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts and a flyout. At 96, that pitch is in for a strike. Nootbaar at second with nobody out. That's in there. And that is strike 2.
He doesn't seem to like the pitch up. Hasn't offered on either one of those pitches. 0-2 count now. I think the guy's going to climb the ladder out there.
Swing and a ground ball. And that's just foul. Struck him out looking. That was pretty nasty.
Well, he's going to have some thinking to do when he leaves the ballpark after this one. That was his 3rd strikeout, and this one looking, obviously, so he's been a little overmatched. He's got to find a way just to be more competitive up there at the plate.
And next will be the cleanup hitter, Alec Burleson. And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike.
No ball, 1 strike.
Next offering misses down and away. On the ground, right side, and foul ball. One out, a runner at second here in the last half of inning number 9. Fights that one away, still 1-2. In the dirt. Struck struck him out without a swing. And they're down to their last out. So they're down to their final out. Here's Nolan Arenado. Just off the outside edge. Ball 1. Runner at second, 2 down. Swing and a line drive, and that's a base hit into right field. Now a long throw home. It's offline. The run comes in, and it's now 10-2.
Picks himself up an RBI. Showed a willingness to drive that pitch the opposite way. Didn't get jumpy. Didn't try to pull the ball. He let it get deep. Took the barrel right to it, and then extended through the swing for the line drive base hit.
Now, Jordan Walker. Hit to right, and that should do it. He's got it. Ball game. And the Cubs take this one in a blowout.
Offensive explosion today for these players. They gave up a few runs, but they had more than enough firepower to turn this one into a blowout.
10-2 the final in this one. And the road team picks up the win and picks up a sweep. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi saying so long.